Hey, what's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media. Kind of set this up last minute. We got a couple people watching already, which is good. Appreciate it. Love all you guys. We're live on Facebook at Ballard Sports Media, and we're also live on the YouTube channel, obviously, as always. Talking the latest in NFL free agency signings, rumors, Saquon Barkley to Philadelphia. I think that's the biggest news of the day so far. At least my opinion, of course. I think that, when you look at Jalen Hurts and when you look at Devontae Smith, you're talking about one of the prolific offenses in the league with Philadelphia. They're picking 22nd overall in the draft. They have, uh, you know, already 8 draft picks for this year. No need to draft a running back, at least I would hope, because you got to look at Saquon Barkley and say he is that dude. So they're signing him. Who else do they have? Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, Rashad Penny. Those are really good running backs that they have. Of course, it starts with Jalen Hurts at the quarterback position, Julio Jones, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown. At least for right now, they are keeping all of those guys that we know of. And this is going to be something to follow throughout the rest of the day. I don't have all day. I'm probably going to leave about 4:30 Central Time and head into town and uh, you know go to church tonight for my men's group. But I did see where they have the ESPN staff put out this tracking NFL free agency. It's been updated. They updated it 3 minutes ago, and it's live updates continuing throughout this hour, and probably even then into tonight. So this is huge. This is a big moment for the NFL in terms of this is where you're gonna have some trades, some cuts. You're gonna have, it's free agency free for all right now. It really is, and so some of these guys you probably know their names. Some of them you probably don't. Like I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know who Bilal Nichols is. Cardinals adding a defensive tackle in him. He's a former Raider. He's a free agent, 3-year, $21 million deal that includes 14.4 million guaranteed, and that will be with the Arizona Cardinals. Have not seen too much news from my Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but we'll keep an eye on it. Obviously, here Eagles making a lot of moves, and again, the biggest news is that they will pick up Saquon Barkley from the Giants, and honestly, obviously go from there. So, and again, just what's crazy about Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles, the Texans were doing everything they could as of this morning to pursue Saquon Barkley, and the Eagles won that. What's up, Goose? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, bro. The Eagles were doing everything they can, and they got him. But, but the Texans lost big time. They wanted a running back for C.J. Stroud, and they could not get Saquon. They did everything they could. They've recently made some cuts and try to work on cap space and everything. So it's crazy, man. Free agency all the way around. Wow. I want to look at this. Is this updating frequently here? Let me see. Baker Mayfield's still out there, I think. The thing about Baker Mayfield, coming from a Buccaneers fan, by the way, yeah, I'm originally from the Tampa area and all that. So the latest news I've heard on Baker Mayfield is that I don't know 100% what the Bucks are going to do there. Um, other than oh, so yesterday they re-signed him to a 3-year contract. Okay. So I had missed that yesterday, but for a while, like it was really in question as to if the Bucks were even gonna keep Baker Mayfield, if they wanted to. I knew they wanted to, but there were rumors that they were not gonna come to agreement. There were some rumors all the way around, but according to Bleacher Report yesterday, about 18 hours ago, the Buccaneers agreed to a 3-year contract worth reported $100 million ahead of free agency. So that's good. So a 3-year deal for Baker to stay with Tampa. How do I feel about this as a fan? I love it. Baker's not the best in the league. I'll admit that. You'd love to have somebody else out there, like if it was a dream scenario, like you're going after Mahomes and everybody, it's never going to happen. He's Kansas City for life. But Baker's good enough for the Bucks, I think, and I think that they landing with him on a 3-year deal, ultimately, it pays off for him and for Todd Bowles and this Buccaneers team. We'll definitely get into some draft talk, like, starting in April and everything too, by the way. No need to draft a quarterback if you're Tampa, I don't think. Russell Wilson Russell Wilson, that was big, within the past week or so, I think, was, um, what they were gonna do with him. So, Russell Wilson obviously been in the league a while, former Seahawk, um, and he, as of 2 hours ago, signed with the Steelers. There was buildup. So, he was with the Seahawks for the longest time. What was it? 6, 7 years? How long was it? I don't even know. But he, just a 1-year deal with the Steelers. First off, Russell Wilson is worth more than 1 year. I would take that to the bank and take it to my grave. Now, the league minimum is about $1.21 million. According to ESPN, that is what he's agreed with Pittsburgh, is a 1-year deal with the league minimum. He 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 will, according to this article from CBS Sports, he'll be making 39 million during the 2024 season no matter what. The Broncos will be paying him nearly 38 million while the Steelers will be on the hook for the rest. So they still Denver still owes him $38 million. Interesting enough. So so there's that. Um I do wanna get back to the my personal opinion. I think the biggest deal, though, is Saquon Barkley, who is one of the young and best running backs in the league right now, going to the because the Eagles are going to be a Super Bowl contender this year. They were last year when they made the playoffs. They were the year before when they made the Super Bowl. Um to think the Eagles won't be in contention is absurd and ridiculous. To go to a rival, that's pretty huge for Saquon. He will face his former team twice a year in the Giants. You gotta think what like here's the thing. I I don't understand what went down with um with this whole Saquon. So I don't have all the details. But he's a great running back that has a lot of potential, was good at Penn State, and the Eagles, who already have Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith and all these other guys on offense, have a great offensive line. You wanna get Saquon a Super Bowl, it's going to come through Philadelphia for sure. So, and by the way, he for a while, I mean, he said he wanted to be part of the New York Giants for life. He didn't want to leave. He didn't want to go. The Giants really didn't want him to go, but they didn't want to use the franchise tag on him, which would have been $12.1 million this year. And because they didn't use the franchise tag, he hits the free agency market, and the Eagles quickly pick him up. Awesome. Good for Saquon Barkley. Other running backs. Couple Bama guys out there. Derrick Henry. Now he's been in the market for a trade for a while. He's still with the Titans at the moment, but there's been some rumors the past couple years that he would leave Tennessee soon. And I don't know if that's true. Um, However, breaking 25 minutes ago from AL.com, the Tennessee Titans have closed the door on Derrick Henry's return. So that's interesting there. And again, I'm just kind of reading off headlines and everything, talking about all this with you guys. I have heard some stuff from ESPN and all as far as like when I watch NFL Live and all that. But so here's the thing. The Titans picked up Tony Pollard from the Dallas Cowboys, right? And he's been a 1,000-yard rusher each of the past couple years. Um, Tajay Spears is going to be in year 2 this year for Tennessee. There's just Tony Pollard's going to be that next guy for the Titans, leaving Derrick Henry out to dry pretty much. And that's just I hate it for Derrick Henry, but at the same time, like where he could go next is going to make things interesting. If he goes to a Super Bowl contender out there, which I don't know exactly where he could land, but it's very interesting on where he could end up going. 4 hours ago, it's Bleacher Report put this out that the Ravens would be wise to target Derrick Henry. You know how close the Ravens were to a Super Bowl? Could you imagine if they put a Ravens jersey on Derrick Henry? You talk about teams that are one play away or one player away, and we talk about that often on here. Derrick Henry to the Ravens? That'd be huge. Huge. I just don't know. There there's a lot of rumors about it being the Ravens. He'd stay in the AFC. He'd just go from the south to the north in terms of divisions. So Packers sign Josh Jacobs from the Vegas Raiders. They release Aaron Jones. Now let's see who else. What are the Jaguars? Gabriel Davis to a 3-year, $39 million deal. They also have signed the Jaguars Darnell Savage from the Packers is a safety, and Will Lutz, who is the Denver Broncos kicker. Jeff Okuda goes to the Texans, breaking 6 minutes ago. Antonio Gibson with a 3-year deal for the Patriots. Cody Hankins, what's up, buddy? I like that the Falcons got Kirk Cousins too. I think that's gonna be huge. They also got Charlie Warner, the tight end. 3 years, $12 million. It's pretty good. That's not bad. So they're working on that offense a little bit. I think the Falcons defense is okay, but a 4-year deal with Kirk Cousins? Come on. That's awesome. Any other Alabama players? We mentioned Derrick Henry. I want to see if any of the Bama boys are out there. And Raiders to sign. You talk about having some Clemson guys. How about Christian Wilkins? 'Cause didn't they already have like Cleveland Farrell and Hunter Renfro on offense? The Raiders are signing Christian Wilkins from the Dolphins to a 4-year, $110 million base value deal, and that includes 84.75 million guaranteed. This is per Adam Schefter. Brandon Jones to a 3-year deal with the Broncos. Let's see what else we got here. I'm just kind of reading off ESPN and all the updates. Bears give DeAndre Swift a 3-year deal. The Eagles got him last April in a trade with the Lions, who originally drafted DeAndre Swift, who was from Georgia. They got him last April for a 2025 fourth round pick in exchange of seventh round picks. He made his first Pro Bowl appearance last year. He had 229 rushing attempts last year and over 1,000 yards. Brandon Allen going to the 49ers. Calvin Ridley. I want to see. Is Calvin Ridley anywhere? Let me see. Let's look up Calvin Ridley, see what he's up to. Former Alabama wide receiver, drafted to the Falcons. I think he's been with the Jaguars. Let's see, because they're talking about him going to the Patriots. Now, the Patriots are the top target, but nothing has been official yet. They're expected to make a push for Calvin Ridley. Yeah, that was crazy. All those picks and Mac Jones is going to back up Trevor Lawrence, which I think is great, but like, don't you kind of wish that he would have gone somewhere where he could still start? I mean, I think if you give him a year or two to learn from Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones could boost his ability and play and just his knowledge of football and everything. I think there's a lot that he could improve on that you could ultimately go down the road with a lot of experience. So, wide receivers, tight ends, tackles. Just kinda looking up down the list of available players. The Bucks aren't really losing too much. Now they are losing, uh, some offensive guards like Aaron Stinney and Matt Feeler. What else are they losing? I think some defensive players. Greg Gaines, William Galston. William Galston's been around for a while for the Bucks. That's gonna hurt. Just like one of those guys you're gonna miss. Shaq Barrett, of course, on the edge. You'll lose him. Levante David. Devin White, man, he's played out of his mind in the past couple years since he's been drafted, and he's a free agent. Um, so well, no, he's still on the team. Here's the thing: Devin White's still on the team, but they're saying because of cap space and everything that they might have to cut him back, and he might have to go somewhere else. He played at LSU, and he's a linebacker. He's 6 foot, 237. Part of the COVID year, he won Super Bowl 55 with the team. Had a pretty good performance. Devin White actually made the game-winning interception off Patrick Mahomes as a rookie. That's incredible. I love it. But I don't think the Bucks are gonna. I I would be kind of surprised if Todd Bowles and company end up keeping Devin White. I wish they would, but I think because of spending and everything, and I think that I don't think they want to let him go, but I think it would be a business decision, and I think it would be best to let him go just because of cap space and everything. But we'll see. So anyway, just wanted to come on and update you guys a little bit on some free agency going around the NFL. A lot to look into, a lot to talk about. Xavier McKinney, the Packers are interested in him, former Alabama player, been with the Giants. We talked about DeAndre Swift possibly to the Bears. Let's see what's updated. Yes, it's official. Xavier McKinney, let's talk about this. Former Alabama player and free agent safety Xavier McKinney, per Adam Schefter, is signing a 4-year, 68 million dollar deal, 17 million a year. His agent confirmed. And again, this is all coming out like by the minute almost. So if anything big happens later on today, we'll make a video and give my thoughts about it. That's gonna do it for this live stream. I don't want to drop the link or anything, like hang out, but I love hanging out with you guys, but not today. So I love y'all. We'll get out of here. A lot of news going on in the NFL. You don't want to miss it. I'll be retweeting some stuff from Adam Schefter and everybody. Keep an eye on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media platforms, and ESPN, of course, for the latest for NFL free agency 2024. Love you guys. God bless. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Ballard Sports Media. Love y'all. Peace.